Okay. We can start.
Okay, so we begin.
Yeah.
So this is the Somax patch, and you can put as many players as you want. And here I have opened a patch with 6 players, so we can play a little bit with many different things. And we will begin with the player on the right, because it is a MIDI player. So we begin with simple things, with just MIDI. So here on the right. What I did, in this menu, you can load the corpus. So I have many standard corpus that I can share with you if you're interested. But of course, you can build your corpus easily. I will show you how to build your own corpus. So I have many audio corpus and I have many MIDI corpuses. And here I have loaded this one down there. You can't read, but it's called Ligeti. So it's a corpus that has been trained on many Ligeti piano pieces, especially the etude studies by Ligeti. So it has this kind of color, but of course it will not play the Ligeti, but it will play in the spirit of Ligeti. So if you play just one note, voilà, on va tester comme ça. Il s'arrête au bout de 2 secondes. Oh, wait, I will make it even simpler than that. I will make it like this. Okay. No, now it's going to play just one event for each event that you take. So. Now you can make a little improvisation with this very simple thing. It plays if you play. Not too fast. Someone this morning asked if the musician plays the same thing, does Somax play the same thing? Of course not, but we're going to try it. So you can invent a little phrase, like, I don't know, like 6 notes or 10 notes, whatever you like, and we're going to play it several times with a pause. So first I cut Somax, so you just play the phrase. Not too fast, not too slower. No, slower. Not a matter of legato or staccato, but tempo, down tempo. No, moins vite. Voilà. Je peux faire des rythmes. Oui, pas trop long. I think it's too long for the demo. Maybe we will just a little motif of 5 notes or 6 notes. So let's try now with Somax. Okay. Difference. So we will make some of them. Now the last one. Okay, it's always different. Now what I'm going to do. So here. You have a button called Settings, and here we have the settings, all the settings for the play. I'm going to tell Somax not to play note by note, that is for every event. I asked Somax to play in a continuous mode, which means that every time Thierry will play one note, Somax will play a motif. Okay? And I tell him to play a motif with a 1 second duration. Okay, so if you play just one note. Okay, it has feedback. Right. Okay, now it's feedbacking. So let me again one note. One note. Oh, I see. Let me reset. Okay, good. 1 second. It's because I changed the tempo, so it stretches. When I ask 1 second, it will play like
this is interesting.
10 seconds. But I don't want that. But okay, it's a bug. It should not do that. So in that case, what I'm going to do, I'm going to play. Let's try this one note. Okay, another one. Okay, now I'm gonna change this parameter, which is called timeout. So I will ask Somax to play a little bit longer with more inertia. So I will say 0.3. Let's see. So every time you play one note, you will have this. So you know it. So you can improvise with it. Maybe we try a little improvisation just with this. All the time. And every time Thierry plays one note, it will create a little motif. Maybe we would like it not to play all the time. So we have this parameter here. Here it's called probability. Okay? We can tell him to play with a certain probability. Let's put the probability to 0.5. So it has a 50% probability to play or not to play, so it will create more, it will be sparser. Let's see if it works, so it should play a bit less, we'll see. So it's exactly the same thing.
The same thing.
Yeah, same thing. Except we don't play all the time. can you feel the difference?
It's very good.
You have holes. You have holes with silence, and so you can
Direct is completely different.
Yes, you can complete the holes with something that's faster.
Yes, yes.
And you will not be always on your back. Okay?
Absolutely.
So these are very simple parameters, but that change totally the expressivity of the software. And this is what I do when I'm performing, on stage. I change these parameters. So these are interaction strategies. And the software, it's got all the artificial intelligence to be able to generate and to listen and to adapt, but it doesn't have the intelligence to change its own parameters. For now, it needs the human to decide. Do you want to play a lot? Do you want to play in a more airy, sparse way? Do you want to play MIDI? Do you want to play audio? These are human decisions. Of course, we are doing researches in order to see if the AI can also take this kind of decision, and it will be coming in the future. But for now, it's not there. Okay. And also, it depends, because it is also interesting to use it as an instrument. So you can decide: do you want to use it as an instrument, and then you can drive it, and you can have sensors, and you can drive it with a globe, etc. Or do you want to be really in the AI paradigm and just let it? It's up to the musician. Okay, we are still with me. There is another. So this is the probability, and here I gave 50% probability, so it doesn't play too much. Half of the time it plays, half of the time it doesn't play. There is another parameter. So I set the probability back to off, which is here. I don't know if you can read. It's quality. It's a different strategy. Here, it will not play all the time. It will play only if it found a very good solution. So you remember the activity profile. We have this big profile, and there are peaks, and the Somax is looking for peaks which are places, interesting places in the memory. So we put a threshold on this activity profiles, and it can show peaks only if it is above the threshold. And this is here we can set the threshold, and we can tell it. If you don't find a very good solution above the threshold, don't play. So in this case, also, it will not play all the time, but it will do it in a smart way. It's not just a probability. It's just that it plays if it has something to say, in a way, so to speak. We will try. I will put, for instance, point 20 here. So if quality is equal to 0, it plays everything because the threshold is very low. Everything is good. If I raise the threshold, okay. So usually you would put the threshold between 0 and 1. I will put 0.20, and we'll see. Okay, and now. Now you look at this. Can you see here? There's a little light which is red here. So when it's red, can you see here? Little light. When it's red, it means, okay, I did not find a solution, I don't play. When it's green, I find a solution, I play. Okay? So we'll see exactly the same thing, Thierry, and we'll see how it goes. So maybe we raise a little bit the threshold. I will put 0.30 and we'll see, oops, sorry, this one, 0.30, and we'll see what it does. Oh, just a minute. Let's see, let's try this. Red doesn't play. Green, place.
You're blocking the event.
Oh,
I want to see that button.
So Thierry, what performance did you prefer between all the one that we did?
Oh, there is one.
Let me stop. Sorry.
Oh, there is really one dialogue, or one dialogue at 3 with the electronics instruments, and Gérard, and it's like an interaction. So, or there is a dialogue, or like answer and question answer, or there is a kind of you play one event and you see what happens after. It's also the boss situation, and also the react in real time will be completely different, because we try to bite one form, but you manage the form yourself, or you manage the form in real time regarding the react of the sound what you receive. So it's completely a different situation.
But you don't have a preference for improvisation number 1, 2, 3, or 4?
No, it's really different.
It's really different. Okay. And for you,
Yeah.
do you have a preference for we made like, I don't know, 4 improvisations, exactly with the same sound, but a different setting for probability and quality. For you, which one is the more musical? The first one, the last one?
When the threshold is high,
Yeah.
and the Somax really knows what he's talking about,
Yeah.
that is the bestest.
You think it was more musical?
More music.
Interesting, more interesting.
The whole thing is quite abstract,
Yeah.
right? So it's like the Somax not competing with the percussionist. That's the best moment.
Okay.
The one, when Somax trying to say blah 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 blah. That's a chaotic
Yeah. Okay.
performance.
Yeah. So you prefer when
The,
it's,
the quiet
you
moment.
prefer the last one. And you? Any preference? Or it's all the same for you? I have a preference for the last one because exactly what you said. It seems that the software is smarter, you know, doesn't play all the time, but it doesn't choose to play or not to play just for a probability. It tries to understand. It tries to understand a little bit, you know, when it can say something that is relevant to the position. But for me, I prefer I always use the quality parameters during the performances. It depends. So the threshold, really, it depends. You have really to use your ear. You try it. Because depending on the kind of music, and depending on the corpus that you choose, sometimes you will have a threshold equal to 0.2. Sometimes you will need to put a much higher threshold. It really depends.
The kind of the peak and
Yes.
the deep.
Yeah,
It's a beautiful moment, come here, but suddenly just, it's a chaotic situation comes back. So we have to wait until the beautiful moment come out with the calculation.
Yeah, and hopefully, okay. So this is the kind of research that we want to do. We want to make you want to make the AI able to understand exactly what you say and to choose the right monitor. So for now, it is not perfect, ideal, but we have this kind of control that help to make it better.
Yeah.
Okay?
Also, yes, with percussion we can have sound with resonance. Also, we can have a dry sound without resonance. So it can change also the react completely the react of the software and the
So it's interesting because when I see at IRCAM, the people who are using Somax, they have their personal taste. So some people prefer to use the quality. It's here. Some people prefer to use the quality, and some people prefer to use the probability. So I have a friend who uses always the probability, not the quality, because he tells me, I use the probability because I don't understand what the quality does. Why does it think it's better? I don't know.
They're all abstract.
It's abstract.
Yeah.
It's abstract. At least with the probability, I know exactly. So it will be 1 on 2 in average.
And when we improvise, well, in this case we didn't decide anything. So we don't know the way where we begin. We didn't speak before what we will make. So it's more interesting with probability because the game is complete.
Now we will keep exactly the same settings, and for example, we will try another corpus. It's still MIDI, no? We're still in simple thing. We'll try. Oh, I have this one, which is this one is more jazzy, jazz voicings. So the color will change.
Okay.
I hope so.
Me too.
Try just a few shots until it plays. Okay. So here there were two things. So Somax was in smart mode, so it was not playing all the time. But there is also the fact that I'm using pitch tracking, and for percussion it's tricky. So depending on the percussion, sometimes it works fine, and sometimes, for instance, on the cymbals, it did not detect the pitch, so it didn't. So it's another parameter, because you know that when you play the cymbal, you know that normally it's not going to play. So if you know that, you know that.
Yes, absolutely.
You can use it to create.
And also, when you know this, also it's a way to give an orientation to the improvisation.
Yeah, and of course, I can set another mode of detection, which is not based on the pitch, but on the onset, and then I will get everything. But it's a choice. I like to play with the pitch, so it plays when it has some notion of the pitch. Otherwise, it doesn't play. But if you want, you can. It's here. Oh, by the way, here on the left, this is the input, the audio influencer. So this is the listening machine. So I told the listening machine that I am listening here to input number 2, because I know that I have this mic on number 2. And I have the settings here. And in the setting here, you see here you have pitch detection, but you can have also onset detection. Well, let's try a little bit with onset detection to see if we can play even on the cymbals. Let's see what we have. Try another. Here it works. Maybe it's too low. Let's see. Again. Louder. Okay. So there's a pressure. If you play louder and if I remove the quality again. Oh, okay. Again.
Yes, because there is a frequency, but there is also the quality of attacks.
Sorry.
Example.
So now?
Yeah.
Thank you. Okay, so this is what you can do with just MIDI. And of course, since it is MIDI, then of course you can use a sampler. I use a contact and put whatever sound with the sampler. Now we're going to go into the real thing, which is the world of audio, which is much richer. Before going into the world of audio, let me show you. So, as I said, this part here is the audio influencer. So when you play, if you play a note on the vibe, louder. Yeah, you see the detection here. So we have the detection, which is onset detection. Now I will go back to pitch detection. So, okay. So it recognizes the pitch. If you play a little bit on the vibe. Okay, you see that normally it should recognize. Look, Thierry, you have the pitch on the keyboard here in front of you. Yeah. Okay, so more or less it will go to the right pitch. Sometimes there are mistakes.
It's the right pitch.
Yeah, okay. Sometimes there are mistakes, but it's not that important. The important thing is that statistically it captures the pitches. Here you have the pitch detection. It's done by Yin. Yin is an object in Max. It's very good pitch detection. And you can set here the quality and the probability, the time window, and many parameters. So you have to set this carefully before the concert, so you are sure that you have good pitch recognition. I will not insist on this, but there is a very important parameter that we will use in the rest of the demo, which is the onset limiter here. What does it mean? So Somax is listening, and every time Thierry is playing something, it will trigger something. Or not, depending on the quality, etc. But basically it will trigger something. So, if Thierry plays a lot of notes very quickly, and if the pitch detection is good and detects every note, we could be in a situation where Somax plays, and sometimes it gets chaotic, as you see. So this is a limiter. So here we have a 1 second limiter. So when Somax triggers an event, as an answer to Thierry, it will wait at least 1 second before triggering another event. It's a limit, it's just a limiter. So a classical value for this is 500 milliseconds, is not too bad. But if you want Somax to be very, very close, you set it to a low value. We can try, maybe this, just the last try with the MIDI. Let's see. We try. I will go back to the note by note mode here. So note by note. We will play notes on the vibes, not too fast, so it has time to react, because we have these 30 milliseconds. I will remove the quality. I will remove the sparse, and what I want to achieve is that it plays a chord for every note you do. But it will have a 30 millisecond delay, so take the delay into account. So let's try this with a very low value. Let's try. Sorry, I don't want all this mess, but just this. Oh, I need not off. Okay, sorry. I will play. Let's try just one note. Another one. Oh no! What does it play here? I want to play only the piano. Another one. Oh, sorry. It's here. again. I don't know what's placed on this. I changed the channel, the MIDI channel, so it plays only the piano and not the contact. I don't want contact to play, but it still plays. I don't know why. So maybe what I do. Again one. Sorry. One. One. Ah, okay. One. Okay, one. One. Okay. Okay. And here. Again, one. Okay, sorry. So I changed the channel to channel 5, so contact has no instrument in channel 5. Let's see the piano now. I will put a vibe. No, piano is fine. Okay, now we try to have one chord. A little bit faster. A little bit faster. Again, not too fast. I started from 10 milliseconds and it was chaotic. And at about 200 milliseconds, it's okay. And then 500 milliseconds, then 1 second, and then finally 2 seconds. For instance, with a sound like this one, let's see. Let's try with this sound. It's nice to have something that goes only from time to time. Let's say we begin with 5 seconds. Okay, let's try. So same kind of thing. Very large, and then narrow down to 200 milliseconds or whatever it is. And it's interesting because when you have this, it creates a pulsation.
Yes.
And you can use it.
And then the react is completely different.
Of course, and then the vibe. Okay, now we go to audio. Let's see. So I use the MIDI to show you the basic parameters. So there are plenty of parameters, but the one I showed you are quite strong. Also, this parameter here are super important. The colored bar that you see here. You remember that we had internal listening and external listening. So external here, you can select the level of melodic matching and the level of harmonic matching. Of course, with the percussion, it's not as strong as a harmonic instrument. And you can select the level of melodic matching for the internal listening, the self-listening, and harmonic matching for the self-listening. In the new version, this is not the new version. In the new version, you will have a third bar, which is for timbre, using MFCC, which is a timbre descriptor. So you will be able to balance the listening and the matching for 3 dimensions: pitch, chromas, which is more harmonic texture, and MFCC, which is more sound timbre and sound quality. So let's try. So here I have loaded a corpus of flute, which we have heard this morning, the flute with all the extended technique. And we're going to see how it reacts to the flute. So let's see. The audio influencer is on. Audio out is on. And we have a quality, let's put a quality of 0.2, for instance. We have the sparse, I will explain the sparse parameter later. So, okay, let's just try. let's just try this. So, and also I have a timeout of 2.5 seconds. That is when you play a note, and if it reacts, it will play a little phrase for 2 seconds. So maybe you can try at the beginning by just playing isolated note to feel how it reacts. Let's see. With 0. One note. Another one. Okay, so when I give a timeout 0, it plays the minimum, that is one event, just one event. So the event can be shorter or longer, but it is, for Somax, it's a single event. So I will increase it slightly.
And it can be interesting if you
play.
If you play only dry sound without resonance, if I play with resonance, it will be completely changing the attitude and the feedback of the electronic.
Now it's reacting on Thierry's voice. It's reacting on Thierry's voice because it is this microphone.
And also, in case of...
oh, wait. Sorry. Sorry.
Also, if we use, by example, some kind of sound, continuous sound, without changing, the react will be another thing. And in this case, the attitude of the instruments, it's like you have the accompaniment of the electronics. It's not the contrary. It's not you play and you have the react of the electronics. Also with percussion, we can give a color of sounds. We have 1,000 different colors, and we can give colors of the electronic sound. So, by example, what happens if we...
Oh, wait. Let's see. So maybe you will not detect. You will see.
Yes.
No, it doesn't detect.
But we can have a corpus. You can play, just play electronics, and I can accompany. Also, if it's not detected.
Yes.
That's interesting also.
Yeah, of course I can trigger myself.
Yes. This can be another kind of reactive. That's interesting.
So in
the
that,
attitude.
So in that case, the musician is the AI.
Yes.
And I am the musician.
Absolutely.
Okay, but we were looking at this timeout. So remember, timeout 0, we do it again. Very dry. Very dry. If you play.
We survive? No.
Whatever, you will see.
it's interesting because there is it depends on the pitch and the frequency. So we have the flute, so the flute is more high, and react with a bongo who are the more high skin. But we will have a less react with the low pitch. And with no, yes. But interesting because we can choose.
Maybe it depends on where you hit. Yeah. But since you are playing all the time, then it was playing all the time. Now, if you space a little bit thing, you play but with more space. Okay, so because timeout is at 0, it plays a very short. So now I'm going to increase the timeout. I will put 0.5. Same thing. Sorry, 0.5. Seconds, 0.5 seconds. Almost the same. I will put 1 second. Just a bit longer. Now I will put 1.5. Just a bit longer. Now I put 2. Now I will put 4. Okay, so now you know that it can play for long, so you can improvise knowing that. So you can try a little improvisation, knowing that you can let it, you can give it space, you can give it more space.
And you play with the space.
show you. Again, there are zillions of controls. I show only a few of them, which are very important. Another very important is the color region here. So this is the memory from left to right. And so Somax is traveling inside the memory, but you can select regions. So for instance, I can allow only this region. Now only the red region here, can you see? Now only the red region here is activated. So you have 6 different regions, and then you can also change the size of the regions and move them. So you can force Somax to play in certain region of the corpus it has learned. So for instance, if I make a very small region, let's see, it will do always the same thing because it has a very, very limited musical vocabulary. So we can try here. If you can play on the vibe, let's see what it does. And this is very comfortable for musician because you know it will not go out of this tone. Because it's a bit wide, it can mix many different things, and as you say, it can become chaotic. This is another way to make it focus. And it's very interesting to focus and defocus. So for instance, I will oscillate between this small region and the whole corpus. So it will be very quiet, but when I open the whole corpus, it becomes wide again, and then very quiet. So we try. So now it's quiet. So I think we showed quite a number of things, and maybe now we just play. Oh, I show last thing, a different kind of corpus. So I have plenty of corpuses here that I will use. This corpus was recorded in the IRCAM studio with someone who plays a synthesizer in a very rhythmical way. So when you play with this corpus, it has its own beats. So obviously, it will bring you in a different feeling. We'll try this one. So for instance, here, let's try. And you can play any instrument. Now we play. We begin with this corpus. Oui, c'est bien ça. On va faire des trucs comme ça. Thank you for your attention.